Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your boy Argentum Lobo. I ain't gonna lie to you guys, I am exhausted. But here I am recording this episode for you guys anyway because I love you. Alright, let's jump into it. Jameson, I think we were gonna do some side quests today. I think that was the plan. Sorry, big yawn on that one. I think both Natty and Poppy both wanted to see me. So we'll go check that out. See what they want, what I can do for them. I'm actually kind of hoping that by the end of this recording, I'll at least have the quest to go do the final mission with Sebastian for Avada Kedavra. Let's go to this one. Haven't seen Natty in a minute. Other than when she attempted to use me as a deflection. Let's go here. This is pretty close to Natty.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
I really hope they do something with Ignatia. Give her some more lines of dialogue to rotate through, or make it to where she doesn't say something every single time I see her. Preferably a second.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
Yes, I am.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Alright, let's see if we can't get some dirt on Harlow.
If you think
I do rather enjoy the way Hogsmeade looks during the winter. Ooh, go back here. I almost passed it up. Is that upstairs?
Mrs.
Oh, yeah.
Rabe should be nearby.
Yeah. She's practically at like the very tippy top.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Mrs. Rabe, we do hope you will reconsider helping us with our banking needs. We've given you ample time to reach a decision on your own, but we're beginning to lose our patience. We know your husband would appreciate it if you were to see the value in our working together. Shall we expect a response by week's end? Let's keep this between us if you understand our meeting.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Yeah, I know I've done this quest in my Gryffindor. I don't remember this. Actually, now I kind of questioning if I did do this one.
Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all...
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop.
Voldemort?
I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr.
Revelio.
Where was I?
What's that I'm
On the
hearing?
right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
I swear I'm hearing something around here. I mean, nothing's highlighting, but man, it really sounds like something around here. Oh well, I guess. Alright, off to speak with Agabus Filbert. Name's a bit of a mouthful.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse
Hello,
me,
hello?
Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking,
Hello,
as you already know.
Level 3
I've
lock.
spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
What? There we go. It's truly a shame someone would just, go in and steal valuable stuff like a gold-plated poetry book. I mean, who does that? Who just goes to people's houses and takes shit that doesn't belong to them? So rude. Ah. Give me your money. Alright, what do I go now? Do it. Go back up to Natty. Actually, I know what I want to do real quick. Ooh, that's too high for me. Alright, so pretty much everything is worse than what I have on. And the one thing that is better, I can't wear yet.
For you today?
Alright, that's the one thing that's better. I was set by the room of requirement and identify that stuff, but I'm fairly sure it's all worse too. Oh, Natty.
It's not like Natty to be late.
Oh.
She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
That was a bit of a lag skip there. Holy crap. I do have to question the intelligence of going to hide someplace where the people you are trying to investigate and take down like to frequent.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Revelio! Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
You think knowing spells would
You know,
simplify things? Never seems
he's
to.
lucky that I can't do anything in town. Come on, speak.
Revelio!
Open. Why do you keep doing that? Like, you keep hitting F and like he does this strange like quick crouch thing and stands back up without doing anything.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Oh, don't worry, we will. And we'll kill every single Ashwinder between here and there.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio! Revelio!
Is he down here? No, okay.
Accio! A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Yeah, can. But there's money just laying around.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Using that girl as bait, someone's coming for her. You'll just kill her.
Harlow says her friend would be reckless enough. He wants
Arrogant enough to come in here alone.
I don't know about arrogant, but certainly confident. not what I meant to do, but okay.
You'll pay for that!
Damn. Damn, I'm... Yep.
I'm just warming up.
Let me just go ahead and use you for ping pong practice.
Just the beginning.
Actually, you know what? Help me.
Bombarder. Confringo. Repulsor.
How dare you do such a thing to me?
Expulsion! Give it back!
Crucial.
What have you done? Oh, this is...
Confringo. Bombarder. Arresto Nolet. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo.
Man, those guys are pretty beefy. What was that sound?
Revelio.
Some strange sounds I keep hearing. My darling Otto, I have read your last letter over and over and am certain to read it again each hour until we are able to meet. I dread the notion that I will not see you soon, but I am not without hope. I long for the day that our engagement can be shared with those whom we love, especially my dear father. I do not wonder at your wanting to wait until you are more settled, love. I know you're doing all you can to ensure that situation is within your grasp. Please allow me to say that these past few months of being unable to share publicly the feelings which exalt me to the utmost pinnacle of happiness have been an existential challenge indeed. And now I'm off to read your letter once more. Yours affectionately, Rosie.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
I mean, what's the little blackmail between friends? Right?
Revelio. Accio.
But this work? Yep, okay. It's weird. Usually I can just like blast those grates off, but I guess you can't blast that one off. Kind of weird. Ah, there it is. That was through here. Go through. Wow. He got hung up there for a minute. He didn't want to go through the hole.
Revelio.
Was this a way I could just snuck in? Oh, there's something up here. It's a door propped up against the wall. It's a door. That's not a door. Oh. You're as dear to me as an augury, whose voice foretells the coming rain. You're as loved by me as a crep could be, whose loyalty is true and plain. You've cast a spell over my heart. I want it not undone. You have charmed me from the very start. You've always been the one. Dulcibella Filbert. Oh.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio.
Some over here to loot. Looks to be about everything to be looted around here.
Revelio.
Did I miss something over here? Maybe it is. Okay, I did miss something over here. My bad. Alright, I suppose we'll go save Natty now.
Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Rabe. He will tell you what you need to do.
Sorry, that's my manager again.
Over here.
I will. There's stuff to collect first. Priorities, man. Priorities.
Revelio.
I keep hearing something.
Aloha Mora.
Stuff to loot and all that. Thought I heard something click. Hey, it's your wand. See? Be glad that I did that. Now I have your wand.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
Why are we whispering?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
It's a good thing you're a curse breaker. Yeah, there's a little girl in Feldcroft who could use a curse breaker.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
Saying.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Okay. Are there more coming? I'm fairly sure I killed them all. Over here? Nope. Just a dark corner. Was I not supposed to kill all those guys there on my own? Oops.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
I mean, he's threatened and blackmailed all these people. I wouldn't be surprised if he's blackmailed Officer Singer, to be honest.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe.
Bro, Officer Singer, there is like a pile of dead bodies in there. Just saying.
Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife, Miss Onai. Your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Oh yeah, because you're doing... Yeah, here, the authorities haven't been much help.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this.
You literally...
Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
You have a 13-year-old kid who will testify that Harlow killed his father in front of him.
That relic is the key to saving Anne. I know it. Meet me outside of Feldcroft as soon as you can.
Oh, we're only halfway through the episode and I just got that quest. You know what we're going to do, right? I mean, we gotta. Although the reward there was not Avada Kedavra, so this probably is not the quest that gives me the spell. This is probably one of those quests. Hey, come talk to me. Okay, now wait, and we'll do something else later.
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
Sebastian, a lost relic from a catacomb which requires a dark sacrifice.
I know how it sounds, but if this can help you, it's worth the risk.
Does Ominous know about this?
He helped find the scriptorium where we discovered Slytherin's spellbook.
Very well. If Ominous will be there, I'll meet you. We don't have much time. Solomon wants to leave Feldcroft.
What? Leave? Never mind. You need to stall him. Buy us time, Anne. Please.
I shall do my best. I'll be in touch.
Solomon can't take Anne from Feldcroft. Where would they go? When would I see her?
Sebastian.
I can't believe my uncle wants to leave Feldcroft. Anne's going to stall him. She must. We need time.
Time? For what?
I've learned more about the relic. I cross-referenced Slytherin's spellbook with everything in the library on relics and dark sacrifices. That's when I realized something. I believe the relic will only work inside the catacomb.
We just need to get Anne to the catacomb and work out how to make a dark sacrifice.
Our biggest hurdle may be convincing Ominous. Anne will only give this a chance if he's on board.
And we have to keep all of this from your uncle. If he goes to the headmaster, he could be expelled.
Let me handle Ominous this time. As for my uncle, he's not an Auror anymore. What he doesn't know, well, won't hurt us.
Do you think your uncle would tell anyone at the ministry about all of this if he found out?
If he found out, I doubt he'd go to the ministry. He didn't part ways with them well, from what I understand. He won't say, but I believe his strong aversion to dark magic has something to do with his time there. Anne thinks he once decided to fight fire with fire, so to speak, and resorted to using an unforgivable curse in a fight against dark wizards. At least that's what she thought she heard. When he realized what his job had led him to become, he left rather abruptly. So, I'm not sure he'd go to the ministry to report on his own family using dark magic now.
Good luck with Ominous. Until we meet again.
I shall let you know when the four of us should meet at the catacomb. Look for my owl.
Yep, that's what I thought. There's another
See you
one.
soon.
Another one. Let's hurry up and wait quest. Got so excited too. You know, before I go talk to Poppy, let's go to Hogwarts real quick and identify some of this gear. I don't know, maybe some of it might actually be worth wearing.
Deke has some exciting news to share.
Oop, oop, oop. No, nothing good. Ooh, that's pretty good. Even better. Oh, wait, was that better? That was better. Better there. All right, we actually did get some better gear out of all that. Yeah, it's not that bad of a look, to be honest. Do I have any more looks here? Ah, the bow tie wasn't there. That bad look. Looks a little swashbuckly. I think that one's probably still the best. Do I have any more? Let's see. New traits. It's not a bad one, to be honest. That's not a bad one either. I do end up throwing a lot of things, so maybe the ancient magic throw wouldn't be a bad idea. That wouldn't be bad either. Ooh. There's a lot of good combinations in here. Alright, run up to Hogsmeade real quick just to sell off some of this gear. Oh yeah, we still need to buy that broom upgrade from Albie too. I think it was $4 grand for that.
You're back! Nice to see you again.
I'm going to buy this.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting.
All right, let's go talk to
Perhaps
Poppy.
test out my new upgrade on the way.
Ooh, wait, what? Oh, wrong quest highlighted. This is the closest. Oh, a big stretch. Whoa. That was weird. Got stuck in the ground for a moment. Anyone else see that?
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
They won't like this.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I hope they can tell we're sincere, but Poppy, centaurs are just centaurs. They can't read your mind any better than I could.
Perhaps you're right. It's just... Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
Speaking of secrets, I do want to tell you why Victor Rookwood's after me. He's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock's after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig's asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps explain a bit about what we saw back at Horntail Hall. Of course, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. Even the centaurs won't know.
We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
It was not really the best time, Natty.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Eric. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care.
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one.
You don't see
they
much.
They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't
Ooh,
understand.
so mysterious.
So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
This is his home. Don't you know where everything is in your home?
He could have been a bit clearer or stayed a moment and answered our questions.
Centaurs can be cryptic. Gran says no one talks more in circles than a centaur. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Huh. Yet another hurry up and wait quest. I'm sure this will be yet another hurry up and wait quest. Man, tonight has been like, this video's been full of them today, haven't they? They're everywhere. Alright, now I guess I'm going to be a shield for Natty again. Huh, maybe her mom's not there this time. Wait, have I not looted this chest yet? Ah, it's because it's a Wiggle potion. I was probably full at the time.
Ah, I have been meaning to speak with you.
Yeah, that's what you all said.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
I mean, her concern is kind of warranted.
I don't blame her for being concerned. We have been involved in some dangerous activities.
As the Ashwinders were locking me up and threatening my life, it did occur to me that my mother may have been right.
That's when it occurred to you?
Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
I mean, honestly, even if you were able to defend yourself, your father probably would have still died defending you. I mean, just saying.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Kind of a parent's job.
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
Oh, I'm sure he wouldn't.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death coming. She misses him, as do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way. But that does not mean that she likes it.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
Jeez, better actor than I thought I was. I just like thinking the pile of bodies and becoming stronger.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Well, that's the episode for the day, unfortunately. Full of absolute hurry up and wait quests. I'm sorry about that. I really thought it'd be better than that. I guess next episode we'll do In the Shadow of the Mountain with Sebastian, and I don't know. I might try and get some of these other side stuff knocked out, and hope the third Sebastian quest for Avada Kedavra will appear. But until next time, this is Sergeant Lobo saying good night, good luck, have fun. Bye.